You wake up. There is no alarm. It is 4 in the morning. Your net worth is tied to a number that would make internet financial gurus hyperventilate, but you do not own a Lamborghini. You own a reliable 5-year-old SUV and a portfolio worth exactly $2 billion. And the best part? Absolutely nobody knows your name. If someone asked you what you do at a dinner party, you would probably just say you work in logistics or maybe operations. It shuts down the conversation immediately. People want to hear about cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence startups, or explosive stock market trades. They do not want to hear about what actually built your $2 billion empire. Because what built it is incredibly, relentlessly boring. Look at the landscape of modern wealth. It is incredibly loud. It is flashy. It is demanding. Influencers rent private jets to sell courses. Tech founders leverage their personal brands to raise venture capital. Hedge fund managers go on financial television to yell about macroeconomic trends and interest rates. You do none of that. You are a shadow investor. Your portfolio is a collection of the invisible infrastructure that keeps society running. While everyone else is fighting tooth and nail for a piece of the next massive tech unicorn, you are quietly buying up cold storage warehouses on the outskirts of Kansas City. You own 17 different dental clinics scattered across the Midwest. You own massive industrial bakeries that supply burger buns to fast food chains across the entire country. You own the land beneath 42 different cell towers. You own municipal water treatment facilities and a company that manufactures commercial air conditioning filters. Why? Because people always get cavities. People always eat bread. People always need their office buildings heated and cooled. Tech disrupts industries, but absolutely nobody disrupts a root canal. Nobody disrupts a commercial freezer holding 3 million pounds of frozen peas. Let us walk through a typical day in your life. There is no chaotic trading floor. There are no massive 6-monitor setups with flashing red and green candlesticks. You do not care what the Federal Reserve does today, tomorrow, or next month. Your morning consists of a quiet cup of coffee and a deeply detailed spreadsheet. Right now, you are looking at the cash flow of a portable toilet rental company you acquired 3 years ago. The margins are staggering. The gross profit would make a Silicon Valley software engineer weep, yet it operates completely under the radar. By 10 in the morning, you are at an airport. But you're not flying private to Monaco or Dubai. You're flying commercial to Omaha, Nebraska. You're wearing a plain black sweater and comfortable shoes. The person sitting next to you on the plane thinks you are a mid-level manager on a routine business trip. They have no idea you manage more capital than the gross domestic product of several small island nations. You land and rent a mid-size sedan. You drive out to an aging industrial park to look at a commercial laundry facility. This specific facility washes the bed sheets and towels for 30 different regional hospitals. It has a functional monopoly in a 200-mile radius. The founder is 71 years old. He is tired, and his children have absolutely zero interest in taking over the family business. They want to live in Los Angeles and be influencers or app developers. This is where you strike. You do not use hostile takeovers or aggressive corporate raiding tactics. You sit down with the founder over a cup of terrible diner coffee. You talk about his legacy. You offer a fair price, all in cash, and you promise to keep his loyal employees on the payroll. He signs the papers. You just added another $30 million of recession-proof, inflation-resistant revenue to your holding company. And you did it without a single press release. The magic of the shadow investor is the complete and utter avoidance of ego. Ego is the enemy of compounding interest. Ego makes you buy a $20 million penthouse you do not actually need. Ego makes you invest in your friend's doomed restaurant concept. Ego makes you want to be on the cover of prominent business magazines. Being on the cover of a magazine puts a massive target on your back. It invites frivolous lawsuits, distant relatives asking for loans, and relentless pitches from wealth managers who actually know far less about money than you do. Anonymity is the ultimate modern luxury. You can walk into a local grocery store, buy a gallon of milk, and stand in line without anyone looking twice. But as you stand in that checkout line, you know a secret. You know that you privately own the company that manufactured the barcode scanner at the register. You own the company that produces the corrugated cardboard boxes stacked in the back room. And you own the logistics firm that trucked the produce to the store this morning. You are everywhere, yet completely invisible. Consider the raw mathematics of boring businesses. Let us look closely at commercial HVAC maintenance. When a massive air conditioning unit breaks down in a high-rise office building in the middle of July, the building manager does not care about the price. They only care about how fast it can be fixed. They sign a recurring maintenance contract. It is highly sticky revenue. You step in and buy 5 of these regional HVAC companies. You centralize their dispatch systems, their payroll, and their supply chain. You decrease overhead by 20%, while the revenue grows by 15% year over year. The cash flow becomes a river, a quiet, deep, unstoppable river. And where does all that excess cash go? It goes into buying cell tower land leases. Telecommunications companies need to put their massive antennas somewhere. They sign 30-year leases on patches of dirt. You buy the dirt. You do absolutely nothing. Every single month, a telecom giant wires you a lease payment. The margins on doing absolutely nothing with a piece of dirt are mathematically perfect. While retail investors are gambling their life savings on highly volatile crypto coins, sweating over every billionaire's social media post, you are sleeping peacefully. Your stress levels are tied to actual tangible assets. A severe storm might damage the roof of a warehouse, but you have comprehensive insurance. A sudden economic downturn might hit the global stock market, but people still absolutely need their garbage collected. Yes, you own 2 regional waste management companies as well. The road to $2 billion was not a straight line. It took decades of quietly saying no to flashy investment opportunities, saying no to joining venture capital funds, saying no to friends who wanted seed money for a disruptive mobile app. You had to endure being the least interesting person in the room for years. While your peers boasted about their massive paper wealth during aggressive bull markets, you stayed quiet. You kept your head down. But then the bubbles inevitably burst. The dot-com crash, the housing crisis, the crypto winter. Every time the economic tide went out, the loud money was left exposed, bankrupt, and panicking. You had cash reserves. You stepped in and bought their distressed assets for pennies on the dollar. You bought massive self-storage facilities from over-leveraged developers. You bought mobile home parks. You bought automated car washes. People laugh at car washes. They think of teenagers with sponges and buckets. But modern automated express car washes are literal cash printing machines. High volume, extremely low labor, and subscription-based revenue models. A customer pays $25 a month for unlimited washes. Their credit card is charged automatically every 30 days. Half of them never even show up to wash their cars. It is the gym membership business model perfectly applied to vehicles. You quietly own 80 of these locations. To be a shadow investor requires a very specific psychological profile. You must be deeply comfortable with the mundane. You must find true beauty in a well-structured spreadsheet and a perfectly clean balance sheet. You must be completely indifferent to the opinions of strangers. If someone assumes you are lower middle class because of your aged Toyota and unbranded clothing, you must feel amusement, not defensiveness. You do have an office, but it is not in a towering glass skyscraper with a massive brass plaque out front. It is located in an unassuming beige business park. Your team is intentionally small. A few ruthlessly competent financial analysts, a brilliant corporate tax attorney, and an operations manager who knows exactly how to optimize industrial supply chains. There is no ping-pong table in the break room. There is no kombucha on tap. There is just deep, focused work and massive capital deployment. Think about the actual scale of $2 billion. If you earned $100,000 a year, it would take you 20,000 years to earn $2 billion. To manage that incomprehensible level of wealth without the world knowing requires an intricate orchestration of shell companies, holding entities, and blind trusts. It is an impenetrable fortress of privacy. Your actual name is never on the deed. It is always a limited liability company with a generic name like Blue River Holdings or Apex Industrial Management. The shadow investor life is not for everyone. Most people who say they want to be rich actually just want other people to know they are rich. They want the social status far more than they want the actual freedom. But true freedom is having infinite financial resources and zero obligations to the public. True freedom is buying a $50 million municipal water treatment plant, signing the massive stack of closing documents in a small-town diner, tipping the waitress $20, and driving home in complete silence. You are the unseen hand in the economy. You are the invisible backbone of everyday life, the quiet accumulator. And as the world gets louder, faster, and increasingly desperate for digital attention, you will just keep disappearing further into the background, quietly buying up the boring, essential infrastructure of the world. If you found this look into the invisible world of extreme wealth fascinating, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We consistently explore the hidden realities of finance, business, and psychology that you will never see on traditional financial media. Subscribe right now, and I will see you in the next video.